that's sort of not the main point of the question, right? If Jewel sells avocados, 4 avocados for $1, 3 for $5. Find the unit rate for each. Michaela, what do I mean by finding the unit rate for each?
How much? What's the price for one avocado?
What's the price for one avocado? Cost per avocado. So price, I'm going to look at my problem. Remember, we're comparing for unit rate, right? So if I make that as a fraction comparing one to the other, what am I going to put? What do you think I'm going to put on top?
Put the price on top.
Price on top. I'm going to call it in this case dollars, right? Because the unit rate, you're setting something to 1, and something's going to be probably more than $1. And then on the bottom, avocados. Okay. Okay. So Shira, following along with that, I've got dollars and avocados. What's the next thing I want to do instead of my unit rate?
Figure out the unit rate.
Figure out the Jewel unit rate. Okay. So where do I put that 4?
You put 4 on the bottom.
4 on the bottom because there's 4 avocados, right? And how about the top? And 7 on the top because it's $7. Okay. On yesterday, this is a question, we're going over this on the warm-up. This is a question on yesterday's quiz, right? And so a lot of people, and it's painful to have to take off any points and do the right, you know, who got the math, who do the dividing, whatever, but they flipped avocados and dollars. And they say, oh, you know, the number they come up, they think is a dollar amount, when actually it's the number of avocados. So if you're talking price per avocado, you want dollars on top of dollars. Okay, Alicia, what do I want to do then?
How much can you get from 1 to divided by 4?
Exactly, you want to divide by 4. Good. Good. You want to get that 4 down to 1. So what I do to the denominator, I do to the numerator. In this case, divide by 4. 7 divided by 4 over 1. Okay. So, who got a cost per avocado for that? Gaia, what'd you get? $1.75. Right. And I'm just going to do off to the side here. I'm going to take my 7, because I know it's 7 divided by 4. Divided by 4. How many times does 4 go into 7, Alicia? Once. Right. This is the way I'm going to figure it out. I mean, I might be able to figure out some of this in my head, but I'm going to show my work. So 7 minus 4 equals 3. Got to put that decimal point there because now we're talking change, right? 0. Bring that down. Babe, how many times does 4 go into 30? Anybody want to help her out? Michaela. 4 times. 4 times. 4 going to 30 is 81. 7. Right. Right.
Oh, I thought
7 times 4 is 28. It's okay. 30 minus 20 equals 2, and now we've got a nice number here, and 4 goes into 20. Oh, and how many times?
5.
Yeah, 5. You asked me, and you were right. Okay, so now we know that Jewel is $1.75 per avocado. Okay. Set up the unit rates. Like I said, I saw a lot of work, a lot of people went through a lot of hard work on the quiz. But if you flip it wrong and you get the wrong answer, I give you credit for your work, but not for getting the right answer. So I won't go through that for Maggiano's avocados, but who got a unit rate for that? Again, Gaia, yes. $1.67? Okay, $1 and let's see. Some people noticed that it was a repeating decimal. I'm going to round up to $1.67. So $1.67 per avocado. Good. So then, who's got the better deal, Juliana? What do you think?
And
Where would you go to buy? Where would you go to buy your avocado? Okay, you go to Maggiano's because it's $1.67 for an avocado. Right. Okay. So a little multiplication checkup. 256 times 25. Owen, what'd you get?
6,300.
6,300. Let's see. One's going twice. Ariel, what'd you get?
Wait, the second one?
Yeah, for number 2. Yeah.
I got, never mind.
No, go ahead. You got an answer?
You're about to get the right answer. So I'll just
You won't know.
pass and then I'll.
No. Hey. If your answer winds up being right, I'm gonna wish that you had told us. We'll go on. Abby.
6,400.
6,400. 256. I'm not gonna take the time to solve it now. But this is a little checkup here. If you did get a different answer, you got a different answer? We can talk about it. Ask me. Everybody's got different ways of multiplication. Yes, go.
Wait, but it should be 6,300.
No, 6,400.
How? Because
I will come.
1,280 plus 5,120 equal. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. And last but not least, multiply the fractions, writing your final answer in fraction in decimal form. Yes, Ariel, now you want to talk.
21 over 1,000.
21?
The fraction form. And then the decimal form is 21. 0 and 0, 21,000.
Yeah. So you're just a 0, and then another 0, and 21,000. So you're going to pronounce it, or you're going to say it out loud the same way in fraction and decimal form, right? But there you go. So good. You see what Ariel did? She multiplied across on the top, multiplied across on the bottom. When you multiply by 10, you add a 0, right? That's how you go from 100 to 1,000. Remember that. Remember, you're multiplying by powers of 10. It increases by the 0 for each power of 10. And that's something else that's gonna come up later on. Okay. So, today, just like last week. Oh, before we get to that, I'm gonna go over this rule. Okay, we're getting into multiplying decimals. Do we remember from previous book where there was an example of like a grid and you needed to find a fraction, like part of a pan, I guess I kind of gave it away. You needed to find a part of a pan. Yeah, Abby. The brownie pan's problem, right. Okay. So, Alicia, thinking about what you know about decimals. Take a look at this, it's what we call the grid area model. Can we use what we know about decimals as them being fractions with powers of 10 to help us figure out what 4/10 times 3/10 would be? Sure, we can. You've got 100, you've got this 100 square here. There's 4/10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. And you want to find 3/10 of that 4/10. So that purple layer, it's kind of hard to tell the difference, but you can see it in your, when you look in your books, you can see it too. Right here, we have the product of 4/10 times 3/10. So looking at that, how might you say that as the answer? This is the answer. What's one way to say that? What would you say? If you're multiplying them, what could you say the answer of 4/10 times 3/10 is? The area of the purple, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, by 1, 2, 3, 12, or 12 out of 100. Right? That if you look at the whole big square is 100, that's 12 out of 100. Okay, so let's keep that in mind as we go to thinking about fractions and decimals and how they're related to each other. So we're going to do another card sort like we did last week. The first thing we're going to do, we're going to work in partners. Before I go through instructions, before we don't want to get going on anything until I actually put it out. Okay. So there's going to be one card sheet. And we'll say this sort is going to take some more time than last week's probably. So take out, not now, not now, we'll take out a pair of scissors. When you get your card, each partner is gonna get, you get one per pair. If you've got 2 people, Olivia, if you've got 2 people and you wanna cut out all these cards, what's a fast way to cut out the cards? Good, you share cutting out the cards. You cut it in half. If you've got 3 people, you cut it in thirds. So we're using a little grid division right there, right? That's the way to go quickly. Number 3, let's see. Josh, tell us what the next step is after we cut out, we share cutting out the cards. Number 3. Set aside the 4 cards for the second.
Single fraction on them.
Yeah. There's cards with multiplication on them. There's cards with the decimals on them. And then there are cards with just a lone fraction on them. Take out those 4 cards. There are going to be 4 groups that you're going to sort into. Take out those 4 fractions first. Because that's going to help you identify your groups. So set them aside and take the 4 fractions and order them from least to greatest. So you 2 can be partners. And let's see, there'll be some groups of 2, some groups of 3. 3 of you work together. As soon as you get your paper, take out your scissors. I'm going to put up the clock for 3 minutes.